What's going on, you guys? So, I wanted to do a video because I just got a link for the Panzer Corps 2 first dev diary, and I wanted to post this on my channel because it looks sick, right? I'm a big fanatic of Slytherin because they make some incredible, awesome, legendary strategy games. So, this game looks like it's gonna hit that list too. So, I'm looking at it right now. I'm going to post this screenshot up so you can look at it too. And it looks beautiful. The first screenshot here, as you can see, compared to Panzer Corps 1, I'll put a screenshot up of that too, so you can see the difference. The terrain, the map, everything looks beautiful on this. I mean, it looks absolutely beautiful. Wow. So, going over the changes here, and I'll kind of narrate a little bit so you guys can follow along. Panzer Corps was intended as a spiritual sequel to Panzer Corps series. They were very careful to preserve the traditions of that series that made it so great for its day. We are taking the same very careful approach to game design Panzer Corps 2. We're not trying to fix things which are not broken in the first place. Many aspects of the game, including the list of unit classes and unit stats, remain unchanged. And Panzer Corps veterans will feel themselves instantly at home with the new game. At the same time, we are giving the player a number of new tactical options which will make playing experience more interesting and engaging. Here are some of these options. Overrun. This was probably the most requested feature in Panzer Corps, and we have no other option other than to include it. Overrun is a unique ability of tanks to overrun crippled enemy units and destroy them in the process without spending their move or attack option. That's cool. This feature not only helps to better represent the role of tanks in World War II, but also give many interesting tactical implications from a pure gameplay point of view. Interesting. Encirclements. Panzer Corps is a war game in the first place, and most players, its war aspect is the most interesting of all. On the other hand, moving around non-combat supply units, counting supply points is much less fun. For this reason, we decided early on that the new game will not include a full-blown realistic model of supply. However, we feel that cutting enemy units from supply was a very interesting and useful tactical option. So we have included that in the game. It works like this. When a group of units is encircled by the enemy, only passable terrain needs to be blocked. It no longer receives any supply, and on top of this, encircled units will get a progressive combat penalty every turn. So now the player has a choice: tackle the next objective head-on, or try to encircle it and weaken the defenders before dealing with them. That's awesome. And they got a nice little screenshot here. That's cool. That is awesome. Splitting units. In Panzer Corps 2, any unit can be split into two equal halves, of course, an additional at a cost of an additional unit slots, which will act on the battlefield as two independent units. Splitting has countless tactical uses, especially in combination with encirclements as described above. Certain units classes can especially benefit from this, like Recon. That's awesome. That is awesome. Dude, I could so use... Oh, man, that's going to be awesome. Captured units. Captured units in Panzer Corps campaigns were so popular, we decided to make them part of core game mechanics. When you force enemy units to surrender, its equipment is captured and added to a pool. Later, you can use this pool to create new units or replenish existing ones for free. This adds yet another tactical consideration. Shall I destroy this unit, or shall I make it surrender instead? That's awesome. That's awesome. Unique hero abilities. Unlike Panzer Corps, where heroes only gave stat boosts to units, in Panzer Corps 2, they will have more unique tactical abilities, and some of these abilities will be synergetic. So using heroes in the best way possible will be a different task in every playthrough. Air and naval warfare. Other major changes that will happen in air and naval warfare. Ground combat was the most sophisticated and interesting part of Panzer Corps. With so many different rules, unit classes, and terrain types, ground war was a varied and rich gameplay experience. We felt that air and naval warfare was somewhat lacking in comparison. Our ultimate goal in this sequel is to make them more interesting, enough to allow dedicated naval only and air-only scenarios, and to achieve this goal, we are looking at various naval-only and air-only hex-based wargames for inspiration. Ooh, I like that. The most interesting change in the air war is that all aircraft act from airfields now and return to their base automatically at the beginning of their turn. Also, just as in real life, the effectiveness of aircraft drops as the distance to their base increases. This means that all air rules and mechanics from Panzer Corps, like mast stacks and scepters, remain in place, but at the same time, the airfields, their location on the maps, timely capture, and proper defense become key elements in air warfare. As for naval war, naval terrain is, by definition, less interesting than ground terrain, with endless sea hexes going in all directions. To compensate for this, ships themselves will be more complex entities with various factors like orientation, position of turrets, ooh, I love that, affecting combat effectiveness, and a damage model inspired by Pacific General, nice, going beyond the simple strength number under the ship. That's awesome. Carrier and submarine classes will be much more fleshed out to represent their unique roles in naval war. A more advanced naval model will allow this series to branch out in into any theater of war in the future, including the naval heavy Pacific, something which Panzer Corps never did. Dude, this is going to be awesome. I'm very moto for this, very motivated. Wow, all this sounds awesome. And there's going to be, I think there's going to be an iPad version, right? I'm assuming, I think there's going to be an iPad version. I'll put it up on the screen if there is. But this is awesome. I think there's an iPad version, yeah. So iPad version and a desktop version and crossplay. Oh, man, this is going to be insane. This is going to be awesome. I cannot wait till this game comes out. Slithering, you guys, incredible. Love it, want more of it, huh? Oh, man. All right, guys, so that puts this video... Can't wait till next Dev Diary. I can't wait for this game to come out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will catch you in the next one.